Hey guys, Tyler here with Tech Unrelated, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a OpenVPN server on a pfSense firewall. So to get started, we are going to need to log into our pfSense firewall and navigate to VPN and OpenVPN. From here, we will click on Wizards. This will guide us through the OpenVPN server setup. It first prompts us what type of authentication server we want to be using. We're just going to be using a local user access authentication server, which means users will need to be set up on pfSense. So we will select Next. And from here, it'll ask us to define a certificate authority. Since we don't have one yet that we want to use, we will go ahead and create one. We will go ahead and give it a descriptive name. I just named mine OpenVPN_CA. Key length and lifetime can stay at their defaults. And down below here, we're just asked location info and organization info. Once that's filled out, we can select Add New CA. Next, we're asked to define a server certificate that the OpenVPN server will use. Again, we give it a descriptive name, OpenVPN_cert. Key length and lifetime can stay the same, and then just fill out that exact same location and organization info. Now select Create New Certificate. Now on to the server setup itself. Interface can stay as WAN. Protocol should be UDP on IPv4 only. And the local port can stay at its default 1194. Cryptographic settings, I typically just leave these as default. Tunnel network, under tunnel settings, this will be the network that your OpenVPN clients will be using. In this case, we will just create a random one, 10.0.20.0, WAC24. Redirect gateway, I want this to be a split tunnel VPN, so I will keep that unchecked. If you do want to use full tunnel, you can go ahead and check that. Local network, this is the LAN network that you want VPN users to be able to access. My LAN network is 192.168.10.0, WAC24. Concurrent connections, I'm not going to specify that. We're going to leave the compression disabled. Rest of this can stay default. And for client settings, if you have a DNS domain name, you can specify it here. And you can also specify DNS servers. I want my VPN clients to be using public DNS, so we're going to specify that here. If you have a NTP server, you can specify it here. Same goes for NetBIOS and Win servers. But we're not going to be using those, so we're just going to select Next. Now we're prompted if we want to auto-generate the firewall rules. These are fine. We can make sure those are checked and select Next. And the OpenVPN server should be all configured now. We can select Finish. If we want to be doing client exports, a couple things we need to do. We need to install the OpenVPN client export package. So under System, go to Package Manager. Under Available Packages, you can search for OpenVPN. And there should be a OpenVPN client export package, and just go ahead and install it. I already have it installed. So once that's done, we are going to create a user that is able to connect to the VPN. So under System, go to User Manager. And we're going to create a new user. Click Add. We're going to specify a username and a password. Make sure you take note of the username and password because you'll need them to connect to the VPN. We will specify a full name If you want to specify an expiration date, you can do so here as well. Under certificate, you want to click create a user certificate. We can give it a descriptive name. I typically just do the username _cert. And certificate authority, you want to select the same certificate authority that the OpenVPN server is using. Key type can be left as default, same with digest, algorithm, lifetime, and select save. Now if we navigate to VPN and OpenVPN, under client export, we can see all the default settings for client exports. We can just keep all of these the same. Under OpenVPN clients, we can see our test user we created. So we can go ahead and export the configuration file. I typically use the inline configurations and most clients. Click that to download. Once your configuration file is downloaded, you can import it into the OpenVPN Connect client by clicking File and just dragging and dropping it right in the window. And we will type in the username of that user we created in pfSense and click Connect. And you will be prompted for the password. We will type that in and hit OK. And we can see the VPN client connected successfully. So we should be all good to go. If you guys thought the video was helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see something next, make sure to drop it in the comments below, and I will see you next time.